welcome. Today I'm going to be giving you an updated The Living Abyss guide for June 2025. This build is really similar to the one in the last video, but it does have different timings because there are now Blueberry Pie recast timings that you can use to get more damage from the team. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the team consists of Black Forest, Eternal Sugar, Blueberry Pie, Wedding Cake, and Twizzly Gummy. The treasures used on this team are Scroll, Whistle, Librarian's Robe. First up is Black Forest. On Black Forest, you want to run 33.9% attack speed, no less than this. You can go over, but going over won't do anything, so just get as close to 33.9% as you can. And then you want to run as much crit as you can up to the cap, which is 72%, and then as much attack as you can. So personally, I would recommend that you use 4 crit toppings, 1 attack topping, and a crit tart, and then use a 2-line attack speed biscuit with 1 line of attack and 1 line of crit, or use a 3-line attack speed biscuit with 1 line of either crit or attack. Next up we have Eternal Sugar. On Eternal Sugar you want to run as much crit as you can, as much attack as you can, and then a 4-line poison damage biscuit. So the set I'd recommend you use is 4 crit toppings, 1 attack topping, and a crit tart. On Eternal Sugar you want to get your subs into attack and crit, and you can get some subs in cooldown if you want, but don't worry too much about it. Next up is Blueberry Pie. On Blueberry Pie there are 2 sets which you can run, and I'll go over the more high-end one first. So on this set you want to run 33.1% attack speed, max crit, the crit cap is 57%, and then as much attack as you can from subs, with a 4-line electric damage biscuit. So the set I'd recommend you use for this one is 4 crit toppings, 1 attack speed topping, and an attack speed tart. On Blueberry Pie, you can also run a slightly easier build, which is 20.4% attack speed, max crit, max attack, with again a 4-line electric damage biscuit. So for this set, you want to run 4 crit toppings, 1 attack topping, and an attack speed tart, and then again a 4-line electric damage biscuit. The 20.4% attack speed does slightly less than the 33.1% attack speed, but the build still works and it still does a reasonable amount of damage. So if you can't hit 33.1%, run 20.4% instead. You also need Blueberry Pie's magic candy at least level 10, however level 30 is recommended. Next up we have Wedding Cake. On Wedding Cake you want to run 50% cooldown and then as much crit as you can. I recommend doing this by running 3 cooldown toppings, 2 crit toppings, a cooldown tart, and then a 4-line cooldown biscuit. For Wedding Cake you want her subs to go into cooldown, crit, and attack. And then finally we have Twizzly Gummy. On Twizzly Gummy you want to run as much cooldown as you can. I recommend trying to get at least 50% or more. I personally run 57% cooldown on Twizzly Gummy. So on Twizzly Gummy you want to run 5 cooldown toppings, a cooldown tart, and a 4-line cooldown biscuit. You also want Twizzly Gummy's magic candy. I would recommend having it at least level 20, however level 10 works, and level 30 is obviously the best for most damage. So for the treasures on the team, it doesn't matter who Whistle goes to because no cookies are at risk of dying, so the damage resist from Whistle doesn't matter now that the attack bonus is given to everyone. And you want robes to go to Blueberry Pie and Black Forest. So here are my stats. And first I will go through a guided run with you. So you're going to count the treasure rotations. There's 1, there's 2, and at the third one at 12 o'clock cast Wedding Cake, and then auto queue Twizzly. Once Twizzly has cast, turn off auto and cast Wedding Cake off of her cooldown. And then at 12 o'clock cast ES and BF together. Then wait 1 rotation and on the second at 12 cast Blueberry Pie. Cast Twizzly Gummy and Wedding Cake off of cooldown and then queue Eternal Sugar. Once Eternal Sugar has come out of the bite and has cast Wedding Cake and Black Forest together, then cast Twizzly off of cooldown, cast Wedding Cake off of cooldown, cast Twizzly off of cooldown, keep letting all the cookies cast off of cooldown, and then your blueberry pie should be casting at around 11 to 12 seconds. Finish your run by just casting all the cookies off of their cooldown. And there is the complete run. So this run got me 26 billion damage. And now I will show you a non-guided run so you can see it a bit more clearly without the stops interrupting the run. And so there's the updated TLA team for June 2025 with Recast Blueberry Pie. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'd really appreciate any feedback, any comments, or any suggestions on other videos or guides that you might like me to make. I'd love to hear from you all, and I'd love to hear some new ideas. I'm thinking of branching out my content, maybe doing some more casual Cookie Run Kingdom gameplay. If you'd like that, let me know. If you hate the idea, let me know too. I'd love to know your opinions. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out the other two bosses guide, you can check this video on the screen, or if you want to see the Alliance team this season, you can check this video on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching everyone. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!